Happy Wednesday, y'all. This is Londell Smith with the Londell Smith Show, and I'm coming to you live from Lima, Ohio, specifically the Apollo Career Center, and I am happy to be sitting here with Joyce Tracy. She is the coordinator of the ABLE and GED program, and I just want to first of all say hello to you and thank you for agreeing to spend some time with us.
Good morning, Londell. I'm happy to be here. It's always nice having a conversation with you.
All right, so before we go too far, can you let people know what the ABLE and the GED programs are? What does it consist of? What does it entail? I mean, I don't like to take for granted that everybody knows. So if you could just start by just giving everybody just a real quick overview of the ABLE and GED program.
Sure, I'd be happy to. We're an acronym, NIM. ABLE stands for Adult Basic Literacy Education. And then, of course, our GED is a high school diploma that you can get, and it has the GED name. And then thirdly, we're ESOL program, which is English speakers of other languages. So we are able to serve people who are from other countries as well.
Wow, so you offer a variety of services. Now, who are these services available to?
These services are basically for the ABLE GED program are from 16 on. With 16, 17-year-olds, they have to be officially withdrawn from school, as well as the parents have to sign off on them.
Right.
It's nothing I would encourage. We don't encourage students to drop out to come to the GED program. But certainly there's different occasions where they can. Our 18-year-olds, again, have to be officially withdrawn. And then we serve from 18 to, we've had somebody that's 85. So you can never get too old for our program.
Wow. But I want to go back for a quick second because you said 16 and 17-year-olds, and even though we don't encourage it, yes, there are times. Can you give us an example of an occasion where it would be appropriate, maybe not encouraged, but still appropriate, for a 16 or 17-year-old to consider the GED program?
Life, for many can get very complicated, and usually we work closely with the schools that they know the students who feel, that they feel this would be the best alternative for them. The other one, oftentimes students are court ordered. So those probably would be the two ways to go about it. The school knows best what's happening with that particular student and or court ordered.
Okay, so for an example, if a student was 16, 17-year-old, but it didn't look like they were on track to graduate on time, then depending on, once you consider all your options, you would be included in that option then.
That's correct.
Okay.
And certainly it would be a conversation, I guess, before parents would take their students out. I would like to have a conversation with them because I hear a lot of times, well, I'll just go get my GED.
Right.
Just getting your GED is not that easy.
Well, I was going to say that I know that the test has changed over the past few years, and you're right. You often hear, "Well, I don't care. I'll just go get my GED." Well, my message to a lot of students is that it's not as easy as it sounds because it is the equivalent diploma, which means that the information that you should have, acquired, throughout your high school career, you can expect to be tested similarly on that, for the GED as well. So.
And that's very correct. And the GED now is college ready.
Okay.
So it's really not even high school equivalent anymore. So there's a lot of expectations there, and that's why the ABLE program is so great, that this is a free program provided by the state, and it's for all the students in need, that they can come in and we can set them on that regiment back into whatever it is that they need, that math, that reading, that language, whatever it is that they need, we can help find the path to get them there. But it's just not go get my GED. Oftentimes it takes time.
Right. Now, with that ABLE process, that entails the GED prep courses, correct?
Exactly.
So give us an idea of what that looks like.
Basically, what we ask of our students, that they come in and they take an orientation, so we can explain, these are our expectations, this is what we want, this is what we need from you. So we work together as a team. At that same time, we do an initial assessment. Okay, where are you as a student? What is it that you need? I call them snapshots.
Okay,
We start getting snapshots to kind of build that picture that we need for that student. Unlike maybe being in a regular school, we can work a little more individually with that student. So after we do that, we do some goal setting. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? How long do you want to be here? What is it that you particularly need? Because we know what your skills are.
right,
And then after we set that, look at their skills, set their goals up, then we get them started in a program towards their goal.
okay,
So it's very much individualized, even though we exist in a classroom that's group orientated as well as large group, small group, and individual,
okay.
and computer.
Wow. So let's just say I was deficient in one particular subject. Would I be required to take the entire test, or could I just take it for that particular subject, or can it be broken down, or how does that work?
The test is set up in 4 parts.
Okay,
And those four parts are a reading part, and math, social studies, and science.
okay,
So with that, we are going to, again, we're going to already have tested you, knowing where you are in reading, math, and language. So we then can kind of get that learning plan set up for you.
okay. So let's just say I took it the first time and I passed the math and the reading, but I couldn't, I struggled a little bit on the social study and science. When
So
I
we
go
put
to
those
read-
on the shelf.
Okay,
They're
so
done.
they're done.
Mhm.
Okay, I just want to make sure, so that way, the next go around, I can focus all of my prep attention on those particular subjects. So, okay,
And probably some good things about our program is that when you come in, again, we know your goal, what you want. When it's time for you to take the test, we can hand walk you through that test as well. Help you do the application, help you take pre-tests that we offer free within our program. Usually they're a $6 value. With us, we can give them to you for free. And then when it comes time to take the test, the new test is $120. The state offers an $80 voucher. So then
Okay.
it's only a $40 cost to the student. And then we can help them, even right here at Apollo, we give the official GED test. So we can put them in like that pathway to get where they want to go.
right,
Because a lot of times, they might go, okay, now I'm ready. Where do I even start? How do I take my GED test?
okay,
But we're really a little bit more about, just than the GED. If a person has a high school diploma, but they want to go back to work or back to school or help their students at school, we work with people's basic skills so they can come in and they can learn more math to pass an entry test.
okay,
Because of course, to do anything, you have to take a test.
correct,
You want to
correct.
go get a job, they give you that little test. I always remember that from years in past, that they give you a test. And it's like, I haven't done fractions, decimals, and percents for years, but I don't know how to do them.
Right,
They can come back here and be part of our program. So we're not just a GED program, that ABLE, Adult Basic Literacy Education, we can get you the basics needed to help your student to go back to work, go back to school, whatever it might be.
I think that's important because I think there's a misconception that if you're coming to the ABLE GED program, you are strictly looking for your high school credentials. But from what I'm gathering, from you, you could already have those credentials, but maybe you need a brush up because you're applying for another job, or maybe you're thinking about going back to school and you want to brush up, on some different areas. You can do that as well. Now, is there a cost associated with that?
No,
Okay,
everything is free, but if I can put you on the line, if I sat you down and said, okay, Londell, we're gonna do fractions, decimals, and percents today, you would say,
to an extent, I'm ready.
okay,
Only,
good.
but that's
How about
because
those percents?
I can't, because you just remember, what is it, bottom left, top right?
Oh, yeah,
bottom,
now you're
yes.
doing proportions.
So,
So for most people, if you give them the task of having, like what we ask our students to do, they would shimmy and shake a little bit because we've just been away from it.
absolutely,
Even if we're in the kitchen, we put in 3/4 of a cup and another 3/4. We never add those two fractions together.
or you just pour it in, eyeball it,
a
so,
little
you know.
dip and a little dash, yeah.
So,
Mhm.
well, that's awesome. So, if there are transportation barriers and maybe an individual couldn't get out to Apollo, do you offer these classes at other facilities or other offices?
I guess what I want to make sure people know that Apollo, it oversees the 5-county area.
Okay,
We're in Allen, Auglaize, Mercer, Paulding, Van Wert counties.
Okay.
Is that 5? Did I get 5?
I believe.
Okay, so, so we're in a 5-county area, and we also, here in the Lima area, we are at Job and Family Services, Apollo, morning and evening, and at Forest Park, which is on the east side of Lima.
So you have multiple locations
Multiple.
as well. Okay,
Mhm.
great. Here you go. Big question, all right?
Mhm.
If someone has questions or they want additional information, or maybe they want to register, or they want to, talk to you about maybe registering a loved one or a friend or whatnot, how can you be reached?
I would go try 2 things. First
Okay.
of all, if you want all of this information, we have links, of course, to the state and the GED testing services on there as well. But I would suggest you go to the website,
Okay.
and that's www.apollocareercenter.com.
Okay, you have to
Or
spell
you
it all
can,
out then.
you can Google,
Mhm.
Apollo, and that will come up as well. Or I would love to talk to you. I'm at 419-998-2956. And our classroom phone is 419-998-2993. So you should be able to get a hold of somebody through those numbers
Mhm.
or the website.
Okay. Well, Joyce, I appreciate you taking some time. You provide a lot of good information. I want to say thank you as well for the service and the commitment that you have to our community and the services that you provide. And thank you again for taking some time to share with us.
No, I'm
okay?
happy to get the word out. Even though we try to put our name out there, we're the best kept secret.
Well, hopefully not for long.
Not anymore, not now
There
that
you
we've
go.
been on your show.
All right. Well, hey,
Thank
Joyce,
you.
thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
I appreciate it. And again, this is Joyce Tracy with the Apollo Adult Education, specializing in the ABLE GED program. And again, ignorance is expensive. What you don't know and what you don't have can and will hurt or limit you in terms of your opportunities. So, if you or someone is in need, there's no shame, okay? Take advantage of these services. They're free. You've got a lot of support, a lot of people rooting for you, and we want to make sure that we do what we can to help ensure that we have an educated community, because that will also help with the economic development of our community as well. So with that being said, this is Londell Smith with the Londell Smith Show, thanking you for your time. And remember, the things you do today will affect how, where, and if you live tomorrow. God bless everybody. We'll see you later.
So did you have a timer on that? We didn't have a timer on that.